How you going? I'm Terence and welcome back to Rusted Iron Ranch. Today, it's not really a project or anything like that. There'll be an introduction to a project, but we're going to use the 135, which we've recently done a service on, and we're going to use a Ferguson jib, and I'm going to unload some, we'll call it parts, off the back of this project. I won't say too much just yet. You'll see it in a second. So yeah, so I need the jib to be able to unload some stuff off the back of it, and so yeah, the jib just goes on the back, 3-point linkage. I'll show you putting it on. Just got to grab it here out the shed, and we'll go across. We'll drive the project out the shed, and I might even bring it back across here. I've got to work out where I'm going to put this stuff. Not sure actually. We might drive it back over here and then use the jib over here, unloading. Not sure. I'll think about it. I'll set you up and we'll put the jib on, and yeah, I'll work something out. Okay, I've decided I've got enough room over here to store these parts. So I'm going to go over and grab the project, and I'll bring it across here. Look at this nut. He's grabbed the stick and he thinks I want it. What a nut. Here it is, the new project. Well, I've actually had it for like 2 years, but it's something that I'm going to start working on a little bit more now. So yeah, it's a 1974 International D-1310 four-wheel drive. Dana 44 up the front, a International diff up the back, which are massive. I believe it's RA15 is the international code. I actually read something on Instagram the other day. A guy I follow was selling a C-Line International in America, and their ones come out with factory Detroit lockers in the back of these. So it'd be very interesting to see if that's got a Detroit locker. So yeah, it's actually, for anyone with a keen eye, this isn't the right cab. This is a AB series cab. And it's actually an AB 160, so this was quite a big truck, but they're all the same. All the cabs are exactly the same on your well, from here onwards they are. I think maybe even the AA series, which is the first ones, they might be a little bit different in the scuttle, I'm not sure, but the AB very much the same, just a different front. And I actually really like the front with the slanted 45/4 headlights, and the what do you call it, fiberglass front. A little bit more stylish than the D lines. So yeah, and I really like the patina it's got. I'm leaving all of this. It'll probably just end up with a bit of clear coat thrown over the top of it. The cab has little to no rust, like none pretty much. Yeah, it usually runs pretty well. This was that took me a long time to get started then. Although I won't say yet what's going to replace it, but this engine isn't staying. That can be a later video. I'm going to do a bit of work to it very soon. Those wheels are for it. These aren't the original wheels. These are a set of wheels off F250. Same stud pattern, same 16-inch. They're actually pretty good tyres, wheels and tyres. I bought them with, there's a Dana 60 diff here on the back, a big Dana. You see, I was going to put a Dana diff in the back of this because these are actually really geared down in the diffs. They're 488 gears, so that's super slow. And with the petrol motor, you know, it probably revs to 4,000 revs. With the motor I'm going to put in, it doesn't rev as hard. It sounds like it does, there's another clue, but it doesn't. So I was going to have some issues with how fast it's going to get along the road. This is a 4-speed manual now, and I'll still be 4-speed when I change, but it's going to be an auto, I'll tell you that, and it's still only direct, so I've got no overdrive. So I've had an issue where I've been planning out the build, but I had calculated that my top speed was only going to be something like 75k an hour, which isn't good enough. So I bought that Dana thinking that I could put a Dana diff in the rear, because the international diffs, I do have another one over where I'm going to put that diff. International diffs aren't as easy to come by, and if I need a set of diff gears to gear it up a little bit, they might have been a bit hard to come by, whereas the Dana 44 on the front, really easy to come by. They're in a lot of vehicles. You can buy parts out of the States really easily. Same as the Dana 60, it's just a bigger version. I can get parts out of the States really easy. I can get lockers for it and all the work. So I bought that, and it actually came with these wheels for like 250 bucks. So it's not a bad thing to have. It's off a single rear wheel one. It's not a dual as far as I know, because obviously these are single rear wheels. You could get these in dual rear wheel as well, slightly higher GVM. But this is a single rear wheel, and I actually like that. So how I've overcome the gearing issue, I'm not going to change the gears now. The only time I'll ever put something in that different diff in the back is if maybe I want a locker or something like that. So the way I'm going to fix it is with tyres, and I've got some pretty big tyres. I'll show you them in another video. How about when we put them on the rims, which won't be too far away. So I've got some pretty large tyres to go on here, and the 488s aren't even going to be an issue. So today what we're going to do, I just want to clear off the back a little bit. Oh no, I've got another set of, these are like, these are actually off a Dodge, a small Dodge truck. They also ran the 8 stud. I think it's 8 by 6.5 PCD. But they're really dished in. It looks really bad with these, whereas these wheels actually look okay. The offset on them's not that bad. I'll keep them as a second set. These ones I did have on it just before I got these ones, and they look terrible. All the tyres are stuffed and they keep going down all the time. So at some point I'll probably try and sell these, or I might even just take the tyres off them. I'll get them taken off and I'll store them. I don't know, I'll do something. But for today I want to take this diff off, all these tyres. I'm going to leave this steel on, that's another project, just so then I've got the back bed clear and I can use it as a bit of a workbench while I'm working. I'll show you up front. One hand. So it's the 281 cubic inch 6-cylinder, so it's a pretty big 6-cylinder. They run the same engine right up in the bigger trucks, so it's definitely good enough for the job in a small truck like this. It does have remote vacuum boosted brakes, which is handy. I probably will take that master cylinder off and just get it gone over. I'm pretty sure they're a pretty standard master cylinder. They probably come on a lot of things, and I'll get someone in town to just maybe look at that. Wheel cylinders, I think, unless I see anything really bad in there, they might just stay. If they're not leaking and they all work, I presume they all work, that's why I need to jack it up and see. They might just stay, but I'll definitely get that looked at. I've got another loom to go on it. When this cab was put on this truck, because this cab was obviously rust free, and the cab on this truck, previously it was white, was totaled. They just kind of cut a lot of stuff, so I actually have bought another loom for an AB series, so I've got a full loom that I can plug in and do all the works with. I actually think that's part of the plugs like that. I don't think we're in the AB series. I think that's probably D-line. So it's going to be a bit of a Frankenstein. It's not going to be a show car. It's going to look pretty much exactly the same as it is. I don't like brand new paint on anything. I like patina. I like its working clothes. So it's going to look pretty much the same as this with big wheels. I'm going to be doing a bit of work to the tray. I might start that very soon, just give you something to do while I'm waiting for parts and that. I'm just going to take these sides off. I really don't like them. They just come off. I can just pull them off really easily. But I'm going to be changing the headboard a little bit, probably doing some wood on the top of that. But yeah, I'll see if I can get this running a little bit better and drive it across. If not, it might be staying here and I'll bring the tractor back across. Alright, leave me with it and I'll see how we go. Okay, so the Dana 60's on there. That other diff is another RA15 inter diff. It's only a 6 stud dually rear end, so it would have been off a C line. It's a little bit earlier than my one. Later ones had the 8 stud. And the reason I got this is because these came out with 3.54 or 4.3s, maybe 4.3s. That seems more right for especially a truck. 4.3 rear gears, and if I went down that route, there's my set of 4.3s for the back of back at the Inter, and I just sourced a set of 4.3s for the Dana 44 out of the States, or somewhere F100 might have them, or anything that ran a 44 in the right configuration. I might have been able to get the diff gears for. Alright, I'm just going to run the Inter back across to my container where I store a bit of stuff, a bit of parts, whip off the rest of it, and then I might give it a clean. Then we'll put it back in the shed. Okay, we're all unloaded. It actually looks really good. No sides on it there. Looks good with those wheels too, just in its current state, but it's going to look a whole lot better, I promise. Alright, just going to give it a wash. Hey, we've got it all cleaned off. I'm just going to let it dry out in the sun. I think that's about it for today. Got a little bit done. Got this prepped. Get some jobs done on it. In between doing things today, I've actually been painting those wheels that you saw earlier, so they're now black, ready for the tyres to go on. And I'll probably bring you back to this project when I do the brakes, so I'll probably start looking at the brakes over the next few weeks. Sorry if people want to see the same project one after the other, but I've got a few going, so I'll kind of jump in between, and there's some other little ones that I'll bring in as well. So yeah, so if you like the video, be sure to like. If you want to see more, subscribe. My name's Terence, this is Rust Iron Ranch, and thanks for watching. You going somewhere, are you? Where are you going? What are you going to hook up to it? Hey? Where are you going? Trailer boy.